Six, six devotees. Jaya Radha. I have a simple presentation. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे श्रीचैतन्यनामधीशितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा परमानन्दं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयथापदं श्रीगुरो वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजाता सागरा रघुनाथं विततं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णं चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादाः सागरा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्विता Ye Krishna Parama Sindhu, Jagapur Jagapate, Gopesha, Gopika Kanta, Radha, Gaurangi, Radhe, Vrindavaneshwari, Vijayamani Sute Devi, Pranamani Hare Priye, Vanchakaru Krishna, Vivasindhu Devacha, Parivanam Bhavani, Vaishnavyo, Namo Namo. Namo Vishnu Padmaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Prasarine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Vishavani Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasani Gauravatta Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Vachava, Paramahamaya Devi, Lakshmipatamaham Bande, Shri Guru Dinatayam, Paramananda Madhavam, Shri Chaitanya Krishna. You all know everything. Still, we can keep on discussing the glory of Srimati Radharani. कृष्ण कांता गणा देखी त्रिविधा प्रकार एका लक्ष्मी गणा पूरे महिषी गणा आर ब्रज गणा रूपे आर कांता गण सार श्री राधिका हईते कांता गणेरा विस्तार. The beloved abode of Lord Krishna are of three kinds: the goddess of fortune, the queens, and the milkmaids of Braja, who are the foremost of all. These consoles all proceed from Sri Radha. This is praised by Lord Shiva. Muninda Vrinda Vandite Tiloka Shoka Harini. I know many of you know further also. But Muninda Vrinda Vandite. Muni means saint. Muninda Vrinda Vandite means she, O goddess, worshipped by the kings of the sages. Triloka Shoka Harini. And what is one of the characteristics of Srimati Radharani? Triloka Shoka Harini. Who removed the suffering of Triloka means three words. Shoka, misery, harmony. O you who are worshipped by all the sages, the kings of all the sages. So we are trying to see that Srimati Radharani is not an ordinary personality. She is worshipped by the kings of all the sages, and she can take the suffering of. She is the one who removed the suffering of all the three. Varabhaya Surat Kade Prabhuta Sampadalaye. Varabhaya means Bhaya means fear. Vara means var, you know the word var? Var also means benediction. Varabhaya Surat Kare Prabhuta Sambha. O goddess whose hands grants fearlessness. This Srimati Radharani is which right hand. So through that shelter, she removes the fear of all living entities. This is Lord Shiva is praying how like her role in our life, whose hands grants fearlessness. Nirantaran Vashikೃತ Pratiti Nanda Nandane. Then Nirantaran always. Nirantar is always. Vashikೃತ. Vashikೃತ means perfectly controls. Pratiti Nanda Nandane. Always she captures or keeps Krishna under her. Your glands have completely subdued Nanda son Krishna. Through her glands only Krishna is subdued. There's another nice verse. Ananta Koti Vishnu Loka Namra Padma Jachite Himande Japulo Jaminchi Javanap Apara Siddhi Riddhi Vigda Satpadanguli Nakadaka Rishya Sihana Kripakataksha Ajanam. So Ananta Koti Vishnu Loka, Padma, Padma Jarchite. Ananta Koti Vishnu Loka, Namra Padma Jarchite. All the Ananta Koti Vishnu Loka, all the residents of all the Vishnu Loka, what do they do? This is not just us. Here in Vaikuntha, all the Vishnu Loka, they would. This is Lord Shiva is like realized. Huh? So he's seeing her role, her position, and is describing her role in this way. And all the O goddess to whom countless millions of Vaishnavas bow down. Ananta Koti Vishnu Loka Namra Padmaja. Himadrija Pulomaja Virinchija Vara. Himadrija means? Huh? Parvati. Hima is the name of Parvati. Himadrija. Lord Shiva is telling. Husband is telling. Himadrija Pulomaja means? Pulomaja is wife of Indra. Her name is Sachi. Her name is also Sachi. Sachi Nanda. Her name is also Sachi. Himadrija Pulomaja Virinchija is consort of Brahma. Varaprade. You give benediction to my wife, Lord Shiva is telling. To the consort of Brahma, to consort of Indra. So Lord Shiva is describing her position. Millions of Vaishnavas bow down. Ananta Koti. Ananta Koti is how many? Not 15, 20. Ananta Koti Vishnu Loka Namra Padmajachte Himadrija Pulomaja Virinchija Varapa. Apara Siddhi Riddhi Digda Sat Padanguli Nakhe. Nakhe is nail. Padanguli Nakhe. Nails of your feet. Apara Siddhi Riddhi. All the Siddhi, all the Riddhi, Apar Ananta. Apara Siddhi Riddhi Digda Sat, they all emanate from the nails of your lotus. Kada Karishyasi Hamam Kripa Kataksham. So this is like Lord Shiva is describing the position of Srimati Radharani. We should not think Srimati Radharani as approachable, hi, this is Shamananda, and we are good friends. This is Apara Siddhi Riddhi Riddha. So one should, this is how Lord Shiva is approaching Srimati Radharani. This I found one video. It's always nice to just vision Barsana Dham. How many of you been to Barsana? How many of you have been to Barsana? Raise your hand. Some of you have not been there. We can go now. It has internet, right? My connected. I added a link from YouTube. Something came up. You see, that is more Kuti. Further is Man Mandir and this Shiji Mandir. These are a great height. This is like another, this is Man Mandir. And if this is one head of Brahma, another head of Brahma. So likewise, four head of Brahma. She gives benediction to all their consorts also. And Brahma is like worshipping and he carries. This is like how Brahma is worshipping Srimati Radharani. How Shiva is worshipping Srimati Radharani. So these prayers. It is said every tree in this Barsana Dham is desire fulfilling. It's amazing place actually. You can go out. How many of you not been there to Barsana? You have a desire to go? Life will be successful. एक बार आप ऊपर चढ़ के चले गए ना, there is a path that goes from one hill to another on top of a mountain only. These hills are not like this and then like this. You have to come down all the way. It's just like this. So you can go on top of the hill and you can go to various all the these four heads are Bhangad, Mangad, Vilasgad, and Bhangad, Mangad, Vilasgad. Which is the other one? Dangad. Dangad, yeah. Dangad, Bhangad, Mangad, and Vilasgad. So Dangad is where Shri Krishna Srimati Radharani had the pastimes of um, tax. Dan, Dangad. Then Mangad is where she became unhappy with Krishna because Krishna was late. Then Bhangad is the house of Vrishabhanu. Bhan. Bhan is Vrishabhanu. Bhangad. And Vilasgarh, where they perform many pastimes. Vilasgarh. And from the top of Bhangarh, which is the house of the home of the eternal home of Srimati Radharani, you can see Nanda Bhava, Krishna's home. From there only she will know when Krishna is leaving. When Krishna is leaving. It is described her eyes, she can see clearly Krishna is coming out, Krishna is, eagle from a top height can see the fish. Na? We only see mountain and wave. But this is like they are the one who is spiritual eyes. So whatever they are like, they can clearly see. And nearby there is also Uchagaon, which is Lalita Sakhi's. Also from Uchagaon, there is Sakhigiri Parvat. From there you can see Barsana, you can see Nandagaon. So they can see what is happening everywhere. If they're somewhere else, then parrots are there. For phonic communication. Ah, yes. You can see from Barsana, you can see Nandagaon. And she sees Krishna comes out taking care of cows. From Yavat, you can see Barsana, you can see Nandagaon. If you go on the top floor of Yavat, Radharani's home, from there also you can see. Why these places exist? For us to go and see. And you go there, you witness that, you spend some time there. Once you come back, you bring the remembrance of those places back with you. And that's how you can remember them when their mercy is there. This is from our Rupa Goswami. Na? Karuna Kuru Mai Karuna Hari, So who is describing Srimati Radharani's glories? Sanak and Sanatan are describing. Ananta Koti Vishnu Loka Namra Padma Jachite. He is giving benediction. Brahma is holding on head. Shiva is praying. And Sanak and Sanatan are describing glories of Srimati Radharani. So who are we to describe the glory of Srimati Radharani? Sanak and Sanatan are describing. Who are Sanak and Sanatan? They started the whole Sampradaya. How can we glorify her? We cannot glorify her because who is glorified? Rupa Goswami is glorifying, Sanak and Sanatan are glorifying. She is described as ocean of mercy. What was Uddhava's desire? O you who are filled with compassion, O you whose divine characteristics are described by the great sages Sanak and Sanatan, O Radha, please be merciful to me. So we also see that Uddhava is reading the letters, and Srimati Radharani, what is she doing? She is looking at a bumblebee. The bumblebee is going and touching, hovering around the feet of Srimati Radharani. Srimati Radharani said, "Get lost from here." Uddhava was shocked actually. We can understand Srimati Radharani through Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is the only way to understand Srimati Radharani. We see bumblebee, what do we remember? It may bite me. Let me go away from here. But what is Radharani remembering when she see bumblebee? The black color of bumblebee reminds her of Krishna. The black tree reminds her of Krishna. The black ornament she wears reminds her. It is like, and Uddhav is separated from Krishna now, right now. Is he separated from Krishna? He left Krishna, came here. He is one of the best devotees of Krishna in Dwarka. It is said he sleeps with Krishna. How many of you have slept with Krishna in the same room? Maybe with deity of Krishna, you mean, be in the same altar room. But he would sleep with Krishna, eat with Krishna, joke with Krishna. Krishna will reveal his heart to him. He was thinking, I'm the dearest to Krishna. Then he came to Vrindavan. He's like, oh no, this is another level. He is also separated from Krishna. Radharani is also separated from Krishna. Radharani is mad. He is happily reading the letters and trying to console. Radharani like completely. When seeing the love of Srimati Radharani, he's like, hey. Then he desired to take the dust off her feet on his head. And he said, if I ask, it's very awkward. So then it is said he performed austerity to become the dust, to become the blade of grass, to take the dust of Srimati Radharani's feet. So see how Uddhav sees Krishna, how Shiva sees Krishna, how Brahma sees Krishna. This is another painting where one of the servant of Srimati Radharani is combing her hair. And what is Radharani seeing? Seeing Krishna is combing my hair. This is just her vision. There is that verse that is applicable to Premanjana Chorita Bhakti Vedotsi. The eyes are anointed with love. This is Bhakti Vinod Thakur saying, Jain, huh? যে ধারিল রাধা পদা পরম যতনে সে পাইল কৃষ্ণ পদা অমূল্য রতনে যে ধারিল রাধা পদা পরম যতনে if you tightly hold the lotus feet of Radha Rani se pailo Krishna pada amulya ratana the feet of Krishna which is like jeweled ornamented feet of Krishna se pailo you will get it if you tightly hold the lotus feet of Sri Radha you will get the feet of Sri Krishna he who has grasped some of you are getting Brahman initiative. You two families. And I think 3 families are getting first initiated. You are getting first initiated? You're getting first initiated? Sure? Tell you initiated. The name is given, the beats are given. Anything can happen. Just keep praying. Right? But yeah, we all hope and pray that you all get initiated.
Quick question on the play system. We talked a lot about the Basala, right? And then actual place of the Radha is Rao.
Is Rama. Actually, it is said different days of Brahma. Sometimes Srimati Radharani appeared from Vrishabhanukund, which is also on the bank in Barsana, and sometime in Raval. The reason she appeared in Raval is because Krishna appeared in Gokul, and Gokul and Raval are neighbors.
Okay.
And Nandagaon and Barsana are neighbors. Like just 10 rupees auto.
I was just wondering, I think, always I think we clarify that Basala. Not much on the
Raval. Yeah. See, just like Gokul Mahavan. Nanda Bhavan is way more glorified than Gokul Mahavan because Nanda Bhavan is eternal home of Krishna. Likewise, Barsana is eternal home of Srimati Radharani. But they moved. He who has grasped hold to the of the lotus feet of Radha with great care obtains the lotus feet of Krishna, which are like priceless jewels. Together, Radha pada vina kabhu Krishna nahi mile, Radha dase Krishna sarva vede bodhe. Without taking shelter of the lotus feet of Radha, one can never personally meet Lord Krishna. Radha pada vina kabhu Krishna nahi mile. Unless you take shelter, you will not get Krishna. Radha dase Krishna sarva vede bodhe. The Vedic scriptures declare that Krishna is the property of the देखो Krishna is the property of the maid servants of Radha. That's what Bhakti Vinod Thakur said. Radha dase Krishna sarva vede. Krishna is the property of the maid servants of Sri Radha. So whose property is Krishna? Very confusing. And this Bhakti Vinod Thakur himself is a maid servant of Radha Rani. And so are all the Goswamis or all the Acharyas. So he's telling how Krishna is the property or the maid servant of Srimati Radha. It is also said that how we can attain Krishna through our Acharyas and Goswamis. Best way to serve Srimati Radha. All right, together. छोड़त धन जना कलत्रा सुता मिता छोड़त कर मगे याना राधा पाद पंकजा मधुरता सेवना भक्ति विनोद परमाना abandoning wealth छोड़ा का मीन्स छोड़ दिया what धन जन कलत्रा मीन्स कला फैमिली हाँ सुता बच्चों मिता फ्रेंड्स छोड़ता छोड़ता Karamagayana means all the activities. Radha Pada Pankaja. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is telling, hey, I'm giving up everything now. I'm just taking shelter of Srimati Radha Rani. And he is telling Bhakti Vinoda Paramana. Paraman means this is my conviction. सब छोड़ के उनके चरणों में जाओ. My conviction is give up everything and go to her lotus feet. Abandoning wealth, follow our family and friends, and giving up material activities and intellectual knowledge, being absorbed in the sweetness of the service of lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. This is Bhakti Vinod's conviction. Good, very nice. Describing glories of the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. And how her lotus feet is the highest priority. Taking shelter of her lotus feet is the highest priority. Understanding the mood of Srimati Radharani through Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Somebody can read this and try to understand because we may not be able to read it again and again. It's big.
When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu danced and jumped high, 8 wonderful transformations indicative of divine ecstasy were seen in his body. All these symptoms were visible simultaneously. His skin erupted with goose pimples, and the hairs of his body stood on end. His body resembled the stimuli, silk cotton tree, all covered with thorns. Indeed, people became afraid just to see his teeth chatter, and they even thought that his teeth would fall out. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's whole body flowed with perspiration and at the same time oozed blood. He made the sounds Jaga, Jaga, Gaga, Jaga, Gaga in a voice choked with ecstasy. Tears came forcefully from the eyes of the Lord, as if from a syringe, and all the people surrounding him became wet. Everyone saw the complexion of his body change from white to pink, so that his luster resembled that of the mallika flower. Indeed, sometimes his legs and hands became as hard as dry wood, and he did not.
Can you imagine the picture? What do you see based on? Can you make a picture from this? No, no picture is coming. If Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is lying, what else do you see? What is his complexion while he's lying? Pink.
Okay.
What else do you see? Huh? His. Do you know silk tree? Silk cotton tree. Have you seen silk cotton tree? Sometimes graphics helps. Yeah. How does it look? Huh? If you see the close-up picture na, of silk cotton tree, It is. It is. This is how silk cotton tree looks like. So he's lying pink complexion, and his hairs are like. And then what happens? Because he's lying on those silk cotton tree, they themselves are piercing his body, and from his pores, perspiration is coming because of dancing, and from his blood is also coming. And what else do you see? Teeth are chattering as if they are falling. It's not like our winter chatter. And what is he speaking from his? He's like unconscious. He's speaking jaja gaga jaja gaga. That sound is coming, and it is described also from his mouth. Form is coming. For the next verse describes that. And what else do you see? Anything else you see? Ah. And when he's lying down, how are tears coming? And who is getting wet? Other than him, everybody else is getting wet. It's going. What else do you see? If you have tears, probably 1 or 2 tears are sufficient, right? If ever we have cried for Krishna, 1 or 2 tears will be like great. So, what do you understand from this? You understand Srimati Radharani from this. How you understand Srimati Radharani from this? This is her condition when she separated from Krishna. In separation from Krishna, this is her condition. And who saw this? Uddhav also saw this. What was Uddhav thinking? कुछ कर ही नहीं सकते यार. He witnessed it. This is another picture where all the Sakhis of Srimati Radharani. What is Srimati Radharani's role? She's fainted. You know why she fainted? So one time it happened, there is in Nandagaon, there is a place called Fulwari Kund. So Srimati Radharani went and she was plucking some flowers to string a garland for Sri Krishna. And then Sri Krishna happened to walk by and she became ecstatically joyful and hiding her emotions. And Krishna looked around, Krishna left. She was waiting and she saw Krishna going and she went into so much separation that she fainted and she exhibited these symptoms. Then all the Sakhis and the servants Srimati Radharani, they were like became very much concerned. They went to Purnamasi. They said, what do we do? What do we do? Naturally, they love her so much. And just like how the Saru Damoda, Damananda Roy, how concerned they were by seeing Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They were crying wild tears. In fact, when the pastime of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became very intense in Ante Leela, they were like so hard that Mahaprabhu is on the planet for them. Because anytime Mahaprabhu would do anything and it would just break their heart by seeing the continuous Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And they are so concerned with Lord Chaitanya. They're making plans that everybody should be with Lord Chaitanya day and night. So he doesn't go into ecstasy because if he goes into ecstasy, for them to see him in those conditions is like heart rendering. So they are like constant anxiety in their heart to witness Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes. Constant anxiety in there. At the same time, they don't want Mahaprabhu to go away because they love him so much. So they are like they're helpless, right? They want Mahaprabhu to be there, but there is so much pain to witness Mahaprabhu in such a condition. So this is exactly Mahaprabhu's pastimes are very safe, and Mahaprabhu's pastimes are exactly the pastimes of Golu. Who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Krishna in the bhav of Srimati Radha. So what is her mood? What is her love? Mahaprabhu came to exhibit that to us. If we because Mahaprabhu's pastimes are very vividly described by Chaitanya Charit by Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami. So through that we can understand Srimati Radha. So they went to Purnamasi. Purnamasi said, the cause is the cure. The cause is the cure. So all the friends of Shiva, they went this search for Krishna, could not find. Finally, they found Krishna on the bank of Yamuna. They went. And when they told Krishna about what is the condition of Srimati Radharani, then Krishna became very sad with tears in his eyes, and Krishna also rushed. Then Krishna just touched the cheek of Srimati Radharani and said, Radhi, and Radharani got. It is said that Krishna did not leave her for some time because he was concerned that if he leaves, then she may again go in. This kind of love that Srimati Radharani has, um, none of the Sakhis, none of the Manjaris, nobody has that kind of love that Srimati Radharani has. They also see Krishna and Krishna goes away, but they can survive it. But Radharani cannot survive it. That is why her love is the topmost. Because सब लोग वहाँ खड़े हैं ना, they are also sad. They love to see Krishna. Madhurya Ras is there, but Radharani's love is unparalleled. That's why they said that the love of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, ecstasy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, cannot be exhibited by any Vaishnava. It is only Srimati Radharani and Lord Chaitanya who can exhibit that Madhunakya Mahaprabhu. Nobody else can exhibit those symptoms. That's why Prabodhanda Saraswati says, as much amount of love for Gaura, that much amount of love for Radharani. Because it's the same. It is not possible to not like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and to like Radharani. If that is the case, then it is only sentiments. So that's why Mahaprabhu is the means. You know this pastime of Mansarovar? You've been to Mansarovar. Anybody been to Mansarovar? You've been to Mansarovar? Very divine lake. So one time she was unhappy with Krishna. So this is Vrindavan. So she left. So she went to a dense forest. It was moonlit and she sat there and she started crying tears. And Krishna was like searching everywhere. And then he saw one golden effulgence coming from some forest. So he got a hint. He rushed there. And by the time he went there was a full pond of water made from the tears of Srimati Radharani. And Krishna has no words to say. So Krishna simply went and, with tears in his eyes, he touched the feet of Srimati Radharani, looking with tears in his eyes, like as if, please. Then Radharani gave up her anger. So that's why it's called Man Sarovar. There are many places that is connected with Man or Srimati Radharani. One of them is this. Another pastime, Mansi Ganga is different. That is in Govardhan. This is near Vrindavan, made from tears of Srimati Radharani. These are some of the original ponds. When you go there, don't come back without taking bath in these ponds. Like Prem Sarovar is where that is also made from tears of Radha and Krishna. Man Sarovar is made from tears of Radha and Krishna. Radha Kund, Shyam Kund is like liquid love of Srimati Radha. These are some Prem Sarovar, Pavan Sarovar. These are some very like Yamuna, some pond that we must take bath. So this is actually the painting that is being worshipped in Mansarovar. You know that pastime Gopeshwar Mahadev, Lord Shiva came with whom? Asuri Muni. वो बोले कि चलो we'll go and witness the pastimes of Bhagwan. So Lord Shiva said, all right, let's go. We are very excited. Right? The gopis said, sir, no males are allowed. That is your way. Go opposite direction. This side not allowed. So they said, what do we do? We have come from so far. Kailash, and so far we have come to witness the pastimes of Bhagwan. Please. So they said you have to perform some austerities. Then they performed some austerities. Then Vrinda Devi brought both of them to this kund in Mansar. And they took bath in this kund. And then he became Gopeshwar. I don't know what Asuri Muni became, but Gopasuri. Never. and then they were able to witness. So Mansarovar has that much potence, awaken our divine love. This is another pastime in Barsana, and this is a place called Morkuti, where one Baba was performing sadhana, and then it was revealed to him how Srimati Radharani went into the man, and her man was broken when she took the form of a peacock, and Krishna took the form of peacock, and they both danced. Been there to Morkuti? So then he became very happy to see the peacock form of Radha and Krishna and dance. So then Srimati Radharani came in his vision and she said, Baba, now I have given you that vision. Now you draw the painting for the world to know our pastime. So Baba said, but Lali, Andha, I cannot, I don't have any um, ability to draw the painting. So Srimati Radharani said, don't worry, Baba, by my mercy, everything will come out excellent, will come out wonderful. All over the world, people will come to see this painting of yours. Then Baba started drawing the painting. Few months he finished and he got the eyes back also. So this painting is in the bottom. You see, these are their sampradaya and this is Radha Krishna Astasakhis. But you see a small painting. So this is the painting that Baba drew with his hands. So this pastime is very encouraging because this shows what ability do we need to serve Radha and Krishna. What ability do we need? What is our desire? Our desire should be to become the servant of our spiritual master and Srila Prabhupada and to assist them and to serve them. But what is our uh, um, what do we say? Do we have the right abilities to serve them? Do we? But we feel like no, we are incapable. How Srila Prabhupada felt. Bhakti nahi ved nahi nama kubdaro. Bhakti Vedanta nama poro sathak poro. Um, um, Khudrami dina hina kono shakti nahi. So Prabhupada felt. So how devotees naturally feel that they are incapable of serving our spiritual master Srila Prabhupada and they lack. But then it doesn't matter what we have because you see what how capable was this Andha Baba to draw a painting. But it could happen by the grace of Srimati Radha. You heard about this pastime of hot milk? Some of you may have heard that. So I am glorifying her anyways because I want to glorify. You may all may know. There is no harm in hearing the glories of her again and again. So Srimati Radharani met the queens twice. Srimati Radharani was cursed by huh? Shridama. Who was Shridama to Srimati Radharani? सगे भाई है भाई बहन है why because they wanted to take spiritual internal reason external reason was Sridham cursed Srimati Radharani you will be separated from Krishna for 100 years so Krishna left Vrindavan when Krishna was 11 but like 60 so when Krishna was 111 years old then Srimati Radharani took all her friends and went to Dwarka. There are many pastimes that happened there also. In between also Krishna and all her friends they met Krishna again in Kurukshetra. These are the two times. So in one of the time, Bhagwan Shri Krishna told Rukmini that Srimati Radharani, you know how her dress is? Very simple. No, Lakshmi, she is performing tapasya for how long? Thousands of years. Why she want to participate in Krishna's pastimes? What was she told? She was told that will you carry the pot of water and milk and yogurt and butter, give up all your jewelry, become just wear a simple sari and carry heavy things from Yamuna and do the daily house chores and become a servant of all the other gopis. Lakshmi said, no, I cannot carry all these heavy things from one place to another. I'm the queen of Vaikuntha. I can do some little thing, but giving up all my ornaments and wearing simple sari, The gopis and Krishna left, what were they saying? वहां तो सब ऐशो आराम में रहते हैं, हमें क्यों याद करोगे आप? Everyone is there, is so opulent, kings, queens, सब भी we will go. Then we are just simple. What do they deal with? Gobar, cow dung, cow urine, cow. And what is Krishna described when he comes back? Dust all over his face. So what is very prominent in Vrindavan? Simplicity. If you go in Vrindavan, na, it's just like a village. There are cows, there are lakes, there is a mountain. Very simple dressing. Dhoti kurta, turban. You see, if you go to village, people wear turban actually. Now also just simple tie, with a stick and with the cows they go. So Lakshmi Devi said his pastimes are very sweet, but to live a lifestyle like this is very difficult for me. So they said, stay here and keep doing tapasya till you are willing to accept that. So they are very simple. So she came and she's, and the cowherd boys also smell like cow urine curd. So she went. And Krishna is like in kingly robes and Rukmani is like Rani, queen. So she was given a quarter. Then Krishna says, and she does not sleep in the night without drinking a glass of hot milk. Cowherd, Prabhuji. So cowherd girl. So Krishna told Rukmini, go and give this glass of hot milk. Make sure it's not too hot. Then Rukmini went and then you come back. Then Rukmini went and she didn't care about ज़्यादा गर्म होगा तो फूंक मार के ठंडा करके पी लेंगे. Too hot, she will cool it, because that's what she would do. But she doesn't know the devotion of Srimati Radha. So then Rukmini said, Krishna has sent this for you. Radharani, this is sufficient. Krishna has sent this just like how the ecstasy of Madhvendra Puri, Krishna has sent this. So Krishna has sent this and she drank and got blisters. Then Rukmini came back and the blisters were visible on the feet of Bhagavan. So Rukmini was shocked and Krishna was like in pain, actually in pain. And Krishna said, I told you, make sure the drink is not too hot. Because I know. Very simple cowherd girl. But she gave benediction to the wife of Brahma and Shiva. And from her days, all the Parasiddhi Ananta got मुझे जाके उनको देखोगे तो लगेगा, oh, this is Shivati. This is just the mood of Raja. One devotee was mentioning, unless you become a cowherd boy and थोड़ा गोबर में खेलोगे तब तक ब्रज में ब्रज में कैसे जाओगे? There is 3 more minutes. There is last time we went ज्यादा फायदा होने next time we use. Last time we went Barsana. So there was the sweepers. They were like, Baba, sweep करते हैं, पैसा दो, give me money. So I gave like 20 rupees. My friend was Rohit Prabhu was also there. So he was asking 20 rupees. One more person was there. I think Anantali Prabhu, somebody was there. There was not 20. He said only 500. She said, now she's asking, what do I do? He gave 500 rupees. So she was very pleased. So later on, we were going down. We spent there a few minutes. We were going down. Then she met on the way. And she spoke about Allah for Srimati Radharani for 2 hours. One thing she mentioned is, Baba, Holi was there, Nandagaon. Everybody went. There are many people who sweep Radharani's floor. Government doesn't pay them. Many people who sweep Radharani's floor and other things. So everybody went for Holi. Holi in Braj is like famous. In Nandagaon, definitely everybody has to go. She was very tired, exhausted. She thought, anyways, today's a holiday. Nobody goes to Barsana because all the Barsana Vasis, they go there. So she was in her cottage and in her wherever, in her hut, and she was taking rest. Then she heard a voice and said, so many people are coming and nobody's at the shoe stand. All the shoes are here. People are not able to walk. Can you please come? So she's like, She thought, I don't know. And then she got up and she went, and people were struggling to walk, all the shoes everywhere because people just come, na? So they also take care of the shoes and put and take a rupee or two. So then she was telling how Srimati Radharani, Shiji is the Rani of Barsana. So Shiji called me. So हमें लगा कि यार Shilpa also has such faith और she said बिलियन भी दोगे ना बरसाना छोड़ के नहीं जाऊंगा। वो ऐसे जिस कनेक्शन से वो बोल रहे थे ना हमें लगा जूता मार हम तो सोचे 197 लेट्स गो we'll see next year to come back again. There is a song which says जन्म में यही अभिलाष like that life after life Brajamandal Kauravas. This is the mood of like Andhra Prabhu, the mood of Prabhu Saraswati. If you read their book, that's all they say. देह छोड़ देंगे क्या उनका प्रेम है ब्रज से हमारा ब्रज से भी थोड़ा इधर उधर बोल देंगे बस हो गया बाकी so her faith was I was thinking hey, all of them are like this otherwise why will they stay there for years she is staying there okay so I will share one more story this story I've shared all these stories I've shared before but anyways the glories of her are unlimited so there was one Baba so this Baba uh, Radharani came in her dream, in his dream, and he said, Baba, all the birds are hungry. Um, can you feed them grapes? So Baba said, Lali, but I don't have anything. I'm a Baba. And this thing." But Radharani said, don't worry, Baba, I'll arrange everything. So she went out, he went out, he got up, he went out, and there was a bag of grapes, birds' grapes. So he went to the nearby park and and the birds were so hungry within few minutes because this is Brajana, where she is Vrindavaneshwari, she is the queen. She is the maintainer of everybody there. So the next day again he got up, he came out, great. So they were like really hungry for maybe few days because everybody is taking care of themselves. No? What about taking care of the birds? So then few days passed and he was spreading he was going and feeding the grains. He became famous for he's the one who take care of Pakshi in Braja. Then he went out, the rice bag, the grain bag of grain was not there. He became very much concerned. Well, like Radharani has rejected me, he was thinking. So he was going out on the street. So one kinarwala, one shopkeeper, he said, Baba, you're doing such wonderful service. This bag of grain is from my side, donation. Because they were thinking, we don't know who is providing, he's a Baba, but he has just done this service. So it became famous. So this bag. Then he was not still very happy because he was thinking that I want the bag to come from Radharani only because he was so attached to like personal reciprocation from her. Then, okay, the next day again, no bag of rice. He was just hoping he would open his eyes. First thing he would do before brushing his teeth is go out and see. No bag of rice today. So then he would go out. Somebody else would give. So every day service was continuing. Then Shrimati Radharani came in a dream and he said, um, don't think that I'm not reciprocating with you. But I want to engage everybody in the service of my Nandanandan. And that's why now, through you, I will engage others in the service of my Nandanandan. And that is even a higher service. A few more minutes. What is Srimati? Who is Srimati Radharani? Which potency she is? And what is the translation of Haladini? Pleasure potency. How much is our capacity to enjoy? Is how much? Huh? Our capacity to enjoy? Very limited. Three samosas. If you eat six samosas, what will happen? How much can we enjoy? Even if our desire may be there, but how much is our capacity to enjoy? How much is desire may be there. इतना सा enjoyment Gone. I cannot enjoy anymore. You are angry about pleasure, pleasure, pleasure. What is our capacity to enjoy? Correct or not? How much is Krishna's capacity to enjoy? How much samosas he ate in Govardhan? How much kheer, how much pakoras, puris, how much he ate? After eating everything, what did he say? Eh, give me more. How much is desire to enjoy? So what did Krishna do? Put a tulsi leaf. That's why in the morning only he put a tulsi leaf to Giriraj. अभी कुछ मांगेंगे नहीं। क्यों? जितना भी दो कम होगा, तो पहले से तुलसी लीफ दे दो। So then what is Srimati Radharani? Which potency she is? Pleasure potency. Only she can satisfy Krishna. How much she satisfies Krishna? That Krishna is overwhelmed by that pleasure. Prabhupada says her one of her deepest desire. How much are we feeling pain from separation from Krishna? Anybody feeling pain right now? Separation from Krishna? No pain. No pain, no gain. Nobody is feeling pain. We are very happy here. भक्ति करते रहेंगे बस यही रहेंगे ऊपर नहीं जाएंगे यही होती why no pain right but how much pain is Krishna feeling out of separation from us Prabhupada says Krishna is super eager Krishna told Kumar I was waiting for you for so long how much eager Krishna is waiting for us how much eager we are to go to Krishna that's why initiation anyways so what does Srimati Radharani wants She wants him to be relieved of all the pain, and she wants him that all living entity give him pleasure. So how can we please her? You help her in relieving Krishna's pain. Why? What is the purpose of her existence? Why does she exist? You already know the answer. Why does she exist? Huh? To give pleasure to Krishna. Haladni Shakti. She exists for Krishna's pleasure. And whatever helps, whoever helps to increase pleasure of Krishna, that devotee will become dearest to Srimati Radha. Whoever helps to increase the pleasure of Krishna. So how Srimati Radharani is engaging everybody to engage in Krishna's service? Because this is our highest pleasure to engage all living entities in service of Nandananda. So that is the way we can serve Srimati Radharani is by engaging everybody in the service of Krishna. Okay? Srimati Radharani ki. Yeah. Gopal. It's nice. Anyways, we cannot discuss about her over and over. Nearest is Radha Ashmi, so we can discuss some of her glories. Okay, let's read one more slide. Can somebody read this?
In Vrindavan, no one wants to enjoy Krishna because they know that they cannot satisfy Krishna. Only Sri Radharani can satisfy Krishna. So Vrindavan is that place where everyone is simply the servant of the servant assisting in Sri Radharani's loving exchange with Lord Sri Krishna.
So, what does everybody know in Vrindavan? They cannot please Krishna. Only Srimati Radharani can please Krishna. So, what is everybody's desire in Vrindavan? Krishna should be happy. But they know that they cannot give any pleasure to Krishna. If they try to give pleasure to Krishna, they are only an obstruction in pleasure of Krishna. Understood? If anybody in Vrindavan tries to give pleasure of Krishna, they are only an obstruction in pleasure of Krishna. So they say that their mood is we cannot give pleasure to Krishna, but our desire is Krishna should be pleased. So the mood of Vrindavan is everybody is trying to bring Radha and Krishna together. अगर आप ये समझ गए तो back to God candidate. If you can just understand this, you are candidate back to God. If you can understand that I cannot give pleasure to Krishna, only she can give pleasure to Krishna. I don't want to be an obstruction. The mood of Vrindavan, only those go to Vrindavan who goes with the mood of bringing Radha and Krishna to me. If we go to enjoy Krishna, then we will simply create obstruction. Clear? Okay. Can somebody read this?
When we come before Srimati Radharani,
What should we pray when you go to Radha Gopi Vallabha, when you go before Srimati Radharani? What should be our mood?
when we come before Srimati Radharani, we are beggars. We are begging for that love. We are begging for that grace. Then she is pleased with us through our service to Guru, service to the Vaishnavas, through our sincerity. Then she could remove all the obstacles of lust and envy and anger and pride and greed and illusion and open our hearts and reveal that deep mystery of Prema Bhakti. Radhashtami is the day when we celebrate the ultimate bestower of spiritual love. And Srila Prabhupada explains, if we are sincere, if we are serious, if we have no ulterior motives, then Srimati Radharani easily gives that love.
If you have no selfish motive, Srimati Radharani easily give that. And what is our position when we go in front of Srimati Radharani? Beggars. This is actually one of the statement of Radhanath. What should be our mood? Our mood is of beggars. How many of you go in front of Srimati Radharani as beggars? Brahma is going as beggar, Shiva is going as beggar, Uddhav is going as beggar. We go, correct or no? Apara Siddhi Sat Padanguli Nake, we are going equal. So this is the mood. We go as beggars. And what we are begging? We are begging for that love. What does that love mean? That you will understand. We are begging for that love, for that grace, that she can give us. So we are begging today also. Please give us that love. Entrance into that love, that prema bhakti. And when she sees that we are really sincere, then she will give it to us. Okay, Nashing Arati. Thank you, devotees, for joining on Zoom.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Very grateful. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.